Hey y'all, today is my husband's birthday and our daughter decided to prepare him an Asian dinner and a lovely dessert. So if you're interested in seeing what she's preparing, then please keep on watching.
Garlic, ginger, sesame seed oil, soy, salt and pepper, cornstarch.
And tell them what you have in there already.
In here was pork and minced mushrooms. It's supposed to be shiitake, but you can use button or whatever kind of other mushrooms we use. I think I used baby portobello mushrooms. Okay. Green onion, sliced thinly. It's a half a cup. Then I'm gonna mix all of this up. Okay, that's it. Now we're gonna let this chill in the fridge until we get ready to make up these wontons and fry them. Okay, so what I have here is the base layer for the pineapple upside down cake. A lot of people like to use the rings in the bottom so that when you invert it, you have the rings with the maraschino cherries on the top layer. However, I wanted to use the crushed pineapples because I'm doing the pineapple upside down cheesecake with the cheesecake layers in between. So I wanted to use the crushed pineapples just so that the pineapples were distributed evenly, and I don't know, that's just my preference. But if you decided to use the pineapple rings, you would, instead of here where you see the crushed pineapple, you would put the rings and put the maraschino cherries in the hole so that when you invert it, you have that pretty decoration. But what's in here, I have a bottom layer of parchment paper just so that it's easier to get out. Then you layer on top of the parchment paper butter. You want to melt the butter in the oven just until it's melted, and then sprinkle it with brown sugar, and then put your pineapples on top of that. So that's it for this layer. I'm going to put the cake mix on top of this. I have 3 because I want the layers kind of thin so that it's a good ratio between the cheesecake and the actual cake. Okay, so we'll see you back after, I guess, I put the cake mix in, and then we'll be back. Okay, so now you can see that I have the cake batter in here. I'm going to push these in the oven at 350 degrees. If you have a springform pan, I wanted to mention this, it would be way better and way less of a headache. I'm at my mom's house, so I didn't have my springform pans in the same size to add to hers so that I could do it all at one time. I just really want to get it done at once. But springform pans work awesomely. They work a whole lot better, and you have a whole lot less headache when it's time to invert them. But these will work for now. So I'm going to push these in the oven at 350 for about 35 minutes, something like that, and we'll see you when they're done. The cakes are out and they look gorgeous. The next step is, I'm doing a lot of things at once, but the next step is to do the cheesecake layer. I haven't done it yet because I'm working on other things, but I am going to be working on that shortly, and so I guess we'll be back to show you that portion of it, okay? But look at the cakes. Okay, so now I am doing some pork wontons with vegetables that we made earlier. You saw. Oh my gosh, girl, I almost forgot to put the carrots and celery in the mix. So you didn't see me add that earlier, but I went back and added it before I started, so you'll see, you know, the orange specks and stuff like that inside this mix now. And then this is the mix. So it's a little time consuming, but it's worth it in the end. I already started this one. Let me finish this one and then I'll go through it with you step by step with the next one. Okay, so here are the wrappers. You can find these in any grocery store, Walmart, even. Wonton wrappers, nothing special about them. You're just gonna take one sheet, take a spoonful. You don't want too much because you want it to close and stay sealed as it's cooking. So put a little bit more on that. They can be a little tricky if it's the first time you're using wonton wrappers, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. And I'm going to seal with water. A lot of people like to use egg whites to seal their wonton wrappers, and you can do that. It's perfectly fine, but you don't have to. You can just do water, and I'm just going to put it on two of the edges because I'm going to fold these over into a triangle. And just press it gently so that it actually touches and creates a little seal. And then I'm just going to fold them over, put a little bit more water to connect these 2 points together. Once they fry, they'll look a little bit more like wontons. Right now, they just look like little envelopes, open envelopes. And yeah, so I'm just going to continue doing that because, like I said, it's time consuming. And once you get rolling, you just want to keep on going until you finish. So I'll finish these and we will show you the finished product of them before I put them in the fridge just to sit a little bit to set and before frying. See you then.
Okay everyone, here are the vegetables we will be using for the Asian stir fry. Sugar peas, or they call pea pods, red bell peppers, bok choy, green peppers, sliced onions, mushrooms, celery, carrots, diced onions, and last, broccoli.
Okay, so these are the pork wontons all done and ready for the deep fryer. This recipe you can also make dumplings, steamed dumplings, or the pan fried dumplings with. I decided to do fried wontons. Wontons are awesome because not only, you know, do you have the meat and all the good stuff in it, but they're a good way to pack in veggies for the picky eaters. So if you have kids that don't really like veggies and things like that, but a nice little fried treat like this, you can sneak a lot of veggies in, and that's what we did. And it won't, you know, it'll just enhance the flavor. So these are gonna go into the deep fryer in a bit. I'm gonna let them rest for a little bit, and we'll show you what they look like once they come out. Okay, so we didn't get a chance to show you guys the mixture, the mixing of the cheesecake, but this is it. What I did, what you see, this is a regular cheesecake mix, not a mix, but recipe. But what we put in here were maraschino cherries chopped up, because, you know, pineapple upside down cake, the maraschino cherries, it all goes hand in hand. So I did a maraschino cherry cheesecake, and it's just the maraschino cherries from the jar. Put them in the food processor to chop them up a bit and swirl them in here just so that you get a hint of it. Not too much, just a hint of it. And so we're about to push this into the oven, and we'll show you guys the cheesecake once it comes out. Thanks. Hey you guys, what I'm doing here are the eggs for the fried rice. I just scrambled them first. And then I'll do all the veggies, like just in a hot wok, just to get some color on them. Not to get them soft or anything, but because we still want them kind of crunchy. So, yeah, I'm just doing the eggs right now. Okay, so I'm adding some wontons to the hot oil. And then I'm gonna work on this fried rice, let them go for a little bit. I don't want too many in there at one time, but just enough. I'm frying up pretty quickly. I have the onions here in this pan. I just want to get some color. I'm going to add my peas and carrots. They're the frozen kind, the mix or whatever. I'm going to add that to the pan as well, just to get some color. I want a nice hot fire. We're making a lot of fried rice, so let me turn the fire up a little bit more. Because once you add those frozen peas and carrots in there, it's going to decrease that heat in the pan. And remember, you don't want to cook them as much because you don't want soft peas and carrots in your fried rice. You really just want to get some color. Alrighty, so I've taken my vegetables out, and this is the rice. We made some rice earlier, jasmine rice. And I'm going to start adding my liquids to this. Just a little bit before I actually add all the veggies and the fried eggs and things like that back in. This is going to be a vegetable fried rice because we're having meat in the other dishes. Here we have the vegetable medley that I'm just trying to do a quick stir fry on. Gonna add some soy and some oyster sauce to it, give it a little flavor. We have carrots, the onions, broccoli, green and red bell pepper, bok choy, pea pods, sugar pea pods, and onions. Oh, and mushrooms.
Our daughter got it going on in this kitchen. Everything is smelling so good and delicious. Oh, guys, I wish you could smell the aroma in this house. She's doing a fabulous job, and I just can't wait to eat.
Alright, you guys, it's been a long night. The cake is chilled and ready to be sliced. Sing happy birthday. This whole dinner and this cake was for my father's birthday. Today's his birthday. Everybody say happy birthday.
Yay, happy birthday! Happy birthday!
But this is the pineapple upside down cheesecake cake that has cheesecake and cake inside. What you're seeing here on the top is a layer of the pineapple upside down cake. It has 3 layers of cake and 2 layers of cheesecake with cream cheese icing on it. And we are just about to sing happy birthday and slice into this. And I guess after that we'll post a picture of what it looks like once it's sliced. Okay, you guys, so you can see how it looks sliced on the inside. It needs to be a little colder, but it'll do. It's pretty good. Here's a slice. And as you can see, these are 3 layers of pineapple upside down cake. There's pineapples in between each layer. And that's a cream cheese, cheesecake in between the layers with maraschino cherries, as you heard me say earlier. But that's it. And then there's a cream cheese icing. Thank you guys for tuning in and going with me all day and cooking and baking. And I hope to see you guys soon.
I would like to thank our daughter for the lovely Asian dinner. Everything was delicious and this cake was so good. Happy birthday, honey. Until next time, keep on smiling, stay encouraged, and be blessed.